Ramaphosa says Labour should not take its contribution to resolving the challenges facing the country for granted. He says apartheid has left the legacy of a fractured society where the riches of the country benefited a few. He says the views of the working class are critical in building an inclusive economy, as well as rebuilding eroded trust in institutions and regaining the trust of society.
When you have demonstrated your prowess, but there have been moments when you have flagged. And the National Development Plan, in my book, is one of those where you have flagged. Coming from the Labour movement myself, I yearn to see Labour's involvement in all endeavors, all activities that we get involved in to advance the interests of our country. Because without Labour, we are not complete. Without Labour's participation, we are weak. There's a shortfall. We therefore need Labour's participation.
Labour says it will hold Ramaphosa to his word that Labour should be involved in shaping the country's future.
We immediately challenged the Deputy President to tell him, but why didn't you call us when you appointed the new board for Eskom? Why didn't you call us when you call for a new board for SAA, you see? And so that's the reason why we just gave the Deputy President what is on our heart, to say, look, don't tell us that you're going to work with us. But when it comes to implementation, then we don't see Labour there. When you go to Davos, you say, no, we represent workers and you represent business. But when you go there, you leave us behind. So we want to see a real partnership. We want to see a transparent partnership. We want to see a principled partnership where we're going to put the interests of our people and the interests of the poorest of the poor right at the top of the agenda.
We're going to take him on that kind of challenges that we have, but also accept his criticism. Of course, we've got our own issues to what led to it. But taking in a new leaf that says nothing about us without us as workers, and be able to engage in an inclusive way in terms of taking decision in the economy, and that we need to share this economy, which is the call that we have been making all the time, that the workers' share in the GDP has been going down, when on one hand we've been producing millionaires.
Many at last week's World Economic Forum in Davos expressed confidence in the future of South Africa and want to engage role players on investments in the country. He says South Africa must rid itself of corruption, and those sabotaging the economy through corruption must be stopped and arrested. Loras Tsefakomusi, SABC News, Pretoria.